If you're driving for dollars and you don't want to beat up your regular driving car, get something that's like not as flashy so that you can get in and out of the neighborhoods and not worry about it. So let's jump in my driving for dollars car and we're gonna go check.
Did you get my car?
Oh no! Driving in the Raptor, feeling like a real man. I love having a truck. Makes me feel like I can fix things, you know what I mean? I can't fix it. I can't fix anything, but
just the idea.
I have the truck, so you know.
A toolbox back there too then.
Oh, I got one. I got bungees, I got all sorts of things. I don't use any of them. I always find it interesting when people get like these luxury cars and they have small kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, my kids would destroy this truck, you know what I mean? There's stuff,
yeah.
I have to literally get it washed, like professionally washed twice a month because the kids are destroying it. I mean, I can't imagine how I'd feel if I, you know, bought some sort of luxury automobile and like was just tense all the time hoping my kids don't spill in it because they're crazy. I'd be screaming at them the whole time. Hey, put that down! What are you doing? No eating in the car! How'd you sneak in that sucker?
Hell yeah!
All right, we're in the neighborhood. We're in North Phoenix here, kind of northwest Phoenix. And this deal turned out excellent. You know, we talked to the homeowner on March 1st, listen to me, March 1st, and we closed it 2 days ago. That makes it April 12th. And we put it out, we got it under contract for $220,000. We sold it for $267,900. So we made $47,900 on this deal. I just missed the street. There we go. I'm just talking, totally missed the street. We made well, when you make $47,900, you get excited. You get excited about these things. So, yeah, it was the owner. This is interesting. The owner was ready to go. She was she had already had another house. She was packing everything up. She was making the transition, and we just called her at the right time, and that's what you need sometimes. And here you go. It's already got a dumpster in the front yard. It's got workers going after it. Right here is the property, and it's looking like they're already getting to work here. So obviously this is a serious and professional cash buyer that gets to work really fast because it's 2 days. Can you see that all right? Can you get the whole thing? I'll drive by and put it on your side. Yeah, but it's going to be a really great project. And the beautiful thing is, you know, once this property is renovated, it should sell for $350,000, which is great because this area is another one of those up and coming that is an older neighborhood built in the 60s. It is built out of slump block, and you know, a lot of people from around the country don't really know what that is, but it's a big, fat, chunky block.
Hell yeah!
And it was used a lot here in Phoenix to keep insulation because obviously, you know, it gets really, really hot here, and but it's really, really, really strong, and you can add on, you can do some special things. So most of these houses are very strong. You can see it right here. So here's a great thing. They've got a garage in the back. It could be, you know, if you get it permitted, you could turn it into a guest house. That could be interesting if somebody were to buy this for an Airbnb, or maybe you put parents out there, or maybe older kids out there. There's potential to do that. And I think, you know, it's interesting. You can see that they closed off their carport at some point, you can see a lot of them did this over the years. They closed off the carport and made it into living space. So originally this house was, 1,200 square feet. They added another 250, 300 square feet by closing in that garage and giving it extra living space, which is really popular here because this is obviously a family area. This is a first-time home buyer area, and typically that's for younger families starting out and really starting to blossom and their family starting to grow. So it kind of sets it up perfectly when they close in the garages. Obviously it takes away from our garage space, but the living space is a lot more valuable here in this area for sure. So this property here was actually on the world's list, and what that is all the old lists that we've been through over the years. We kind of smush them all together and we just call back through them as we go, and it's a tougher list because we don't really know what are their signs of distress, right? Is it a probate? Is it a pre-foreclosure? Is it a divorce? Is it a just a driving for dollars? Whatever it is, we don't really know. But we know that the first time we went through it, we couldn't get the deal, we couldn't get a hold of them, and so we put them all together and we kind of revived those leads, so to speak. But you can see that this neighborhood, just as you're driving through it, has a ton of potential. I mean, we're really gonna find, you look for properties that have the weeds growing, that have cars broken down in the front, that have, signs of they need to be renovated. It is an unlimited supply. I think I say that every single time that we get out and do these videos, but it's an unlimited supply of opportunities. There are way more houses for us to find than there are investors. So the tactic to pull from this deal breakdown is, if you've gone through your lists and you've paid for them to be skip traced and you have those numbers, don't just throw them away. Get them all piled in, and then after a year of not calling them, after 6 months of not calling, go through that list again. Go through that list and find those opportunities, because this one, $47,900, we made out of nowhere off of an old list that we couldn't get a hold of the owner, but we just kept at it and we found them, and that's encouraging. That's what you want to do. You want to go after these properties as much as you can, try to get in front of the homeowner, and sometimes you hit it at the right time, and it turns out to be a really great deal for you. And that's what I want. I want you to have really great deals. I want you to have really big deals. Here in Phoenix right now, we're averaging just over $42,000 a deal. $42,000 a deal for picking up the phone and calling the homeowners and seeing if they would consider an offer on their property. And I'm telling you, you do that enough, you're going to have a lot of opportunities. And you get real serious about it, and you really care about what's going on with that homeowner, you're going to get phenomenal opportunities. The deal of a lifetime comes around about once a week. Dolph DeRoos said that, not Robert Kiyosaki. I remember always saying it was Robert Kiyosaki, but it's actually Dolph DeRoos, fantastic investor. One of those investors that I saw that like made millions of dollars on these huge projects, and he started out with just doing a deal from a condo. You know what I mean? Absolutely incredible. So no matter where you're starting, the ramp, the run up, the lane, the path, the whatever is so long. You could do this forever. It's so exciting. You never get bored of this business. You really don't. There's just so much that you can do, and it's so exciting. So start small and then build it big. Build up your experience, build up your confidence, and you get big, massive deals. I mean, this feels massive to me, and this would for some people is what they make on a daily basis. I mean, isn't that crazy? It's so exciting. It's so exciting to think about, because we can all get there. We can all get there if we just keep pushing, stay consistent, and think big. Really think of big opportunities. So, love you guys.
Hell yeah!